We should discipline ourselves in small things, and from these progress to things of greater value. Imagine a lovely garden right in the heart of a bustling city. The flowers there are bursting with vibrant colors, but the constant noise from cars and buses makes it tough to fully enjoy their beauty and scent. Now, picture a wise gardener who decides to spend an entire day in silence. He switches off all the noisy machines, the hammering, and the chatter. Amidst all the clamor, a profound stillness descends as he tends to the plants. This silence becomes his companion. He carefully observes every leaf and beetle, tuning into the gentle sounds of nature. In this quietude, he discovers a unique way of communicating with the plants. They almost seem to respond to him. He becomes a patient observer, and the bond he forms with the garden surpasses mere words. The gardener reminds us that amidst life's chaos, it's in silence that we find the most subtle answers. He teaches us that genuine communication isn't confined to words alone, but resides in the spaces between them. Just as the garden thrives when touched by silence, our minds can flourish when we step away from constant noise. The quieter you are is a philosophy called Stoicism. It's not about being silent all the time, but about staying calm and strong inside, no matter what happens around you. Imagine you're like a big tree, standing firm even when the wind blows hard. Stoicism teaches you to control your feelings and reactions, especially when things get tough. When you practice Stoicism, you learn to accept things you cannot change and focus on what you can control. It's like having a shield that protects you from getting too upset or worried about things that are beyond your power. Instead of getting carried away by emotions like anger or fear, you try to stay steady and clear-headed. Stoicism isn't about ignoring your feelings, though. It's about understanding them and choosing how to respond wisely. You might feel sad or angry sometimes, and that's okay. But Stoicism helps you not to let those feelings rule over you. Instead, you can acknowledge them, learn from them, and then let them go. In a noisy world full of distractions and chaos, practicing Stoicism can help you find peace within yourself. It's like having a secret strength that helps you face life's challenges with courage and grace. So, the quieter you are, the more you can listen to your inner voice and live with wisdom and resilience. By embracing silence, we open ourselves to voices that were previously drowned out by incessant verbal chatter. We learn to listen deeply, both to our surroundings and to our inner selves. Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's a language capable of conveying profound meanings beyond what words can express. In a world filled with distractions, silence invites us to listen more deeply, create, find peace, and reconnect with what truly matters. Through this, we grow smarter and wiser. Refusing to remain silent means merely echoing what we already know, learning nothing new. Silence encourages us to reflect deeply and find inner strength. As Socrates said, wisdom begins in deep reflection and inner silence. Silence doesn't usually promote indiscipline in Stoicism. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Stoicism teaches that silence, or quietness, can help us focus our minds and find inner peace. When we're silent, it's easier to listen to our thoughts and feelings, which can actually promote discipline. In Stoicism, discipline means having control over our actions and reactions. When we're silent, we give ourselves the space to think before we speak or act. This helps us make better decisions and avoid impulsiveness. Imagine a calm lake versus a stormy sea. When the water is still, you can see clearly to the bottom. That's like silence in Stoicism. It helps us see things more clearly and make thoughtful choices. On the other hand, noise and distractions can lead to indiscipline. When we're surrounded by noise, it's harder to focus, and we might act without thinking. It's like trying to navigate through a crowded street. With lots of noise and confusion, it's easy to get lost or make mistakes. So, in Stoicism, silence isn't about being passive or indifferent. It's about creating an environment where we can cultivate discipline and clarity of mind. By embracing silence, we can better understand ourselves and the world around us, leading to more disciplined and purposeful lives. Silence also fosters self-discipline and self-mastery. In the harshest conditions, like the Nazi concentration camps, individuals found solace and strength in inner silence. Silence allowed them to maintain mental resilience and find meaning amidst chaos. Silence can also be a powerful form of communication. Sometimes withholding speech speaks louder than words ever could. It conveys respect, honors the ineffable, and allows for deeper connections. Mastering the strategic use of silence in communication can be remarkably effective in achieving our goals. In Stoicism, silence can speak volumes. It's not just about staying quiet. It's about using silence as a powerful tool to communicate without words. Imagine a situation where someone says something hurtful to you, and instead of reacting angrily, you stay silent. That silence can convey a message of strength and self-control. Silence in Stoicism isn't about avoiding communication. It's about choosing when to speak and when to listen. Sometimes staying silent can make a bigger impact than saying 1,000 words. It's like letting your actions or your presence do the talking for you. Picture a wise old tree in a forest. It doesn't need to say anything to show its strength and wisdom. It simply stands tall and firm. Similarly, in Stoicism, silence can be a sign of inner strength and wisdom. Silence can also be a way to show respect or to honor the gravity of a situation. For example, during a moment of silence to remember those who have passed away, our silence speaks volumes about our reverence and solemnity. Silence isn't just about keeping quiet. It's about using silence purposefully to convey messages of strength, wisdom, respect, and understanding. It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful messages are the ones left unspoken. So let us embrace the power of silence, for it is a gift that enriches our lives in countless ways. Let us listen, reflect, and find strength in the stillness. In the silence, we discover the true depth of our humanity and the boundless potential of the human spirit. Silence is like a soothing balm for our minds and hearts. Think of it as taking a deep breath of fresh air, calming and refreshing. When we embrace silence, we give ourselves the chance to slow down and find peace within. Imagine a bustling city street with honking cars and people rushing about. Now picture stepping into a quiet park where you can hear the birds chirping and the leaves rustling in the wind. That's the kind of calmness silence can bring to our lives. In Stoicism, silence isn't just about the absence of noise. It's about creating space for reflection and introspection. It's like giving our minds a chance to rest and recharge. When we're surrounded by constant noise and distractions, it can be hard to hear our own thoughts and feelings. But in moments of silence, we can tune in to our inner voice and reconnect with ourselves. Silence also helps us appreciate the present moment. Instead of being lost in a whirlwind of worries about the future or regrets about the past, silence allows us to fully immerse ourselves in the here and now. It's like savoring a delicious meal one bite at a time, relishing each moment as it unfolds. By embracing silence, we can cultivate a sense of well-being that goes beyond external circumstances. It's about finding contentment and peace within ourselves, no matter what's happening around us. In the busy chaos of life, silence becomes our sanctuary, a place where we can find solace and strength to face whatever comes our way. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. What are your thoughts on the power of silence? Please share your opinion. Stoicism would be thrilled to read your comment. If you are new here, consider subscribing and becoming a part of our community. See you soon. Stay stoic.